Hello, my friends. I'm Bee, and this is Bee's Intuition. And today, I thought it would be fun to sort of see the qualities of your next lover. This can be specifically spicy, lover, or it could be just like the next person that you love, whether that's a relationship or not. And yeah, so I'll list physical qualities, personality traits, and stuff like that. Pretty much anything that comes through very strongly, I will share that with you. A lot of it's going to be intuition based. And, of course, this is a more or less a love reading. So if you have a partner and you know that you're happy, and you're not interested in anyone, I mean, you could always see if, like, I'm accurate to your current day relationship. That's always a possibility. But I had a comment on one of my videos that was more love-based, and a lot of the time I don't really know where the reading is going to take me until it takes me there, pretty much. And I just want to assure anybody out there that sees my readings, comes across my readings, and if it doesn't resonate, that is totally fine. I'm not gonna hold it against anybody, so if you come across a reading and you clearly can tell that it's not meant for you, that's okay. Just let it go, and it's probably meant for somebody else, and that's okay. And yeah, I never want to make anybody feel like they have to resonate with something, or that I'm forcing a message onto somebody that does not want to receive that message. It's totally okay. The people that need that message will, what was I saying? Yeah, I never want to force a message onto somebody that is not, that it's not for them, that it doesn't fit with their life. It's probably meant for somebody else. These are collective readings, and it is on YouTube. So the odds are not all of my readings are gonna reach only people that it resonates with, and that's okay. But I just wanted to kind of put that disclaimer out there, just in case anybody comes across these readings and is like, I'm happily in a relationship, this doesn't resonate. That's totally fine. I totally understand. It's not going to resonate for anyone, or everyone, I mean, but it will reach the people that it needs to reach, pretty much. That's the intention that I put into these. And so even if it's not your reading, it could be a reading for somebody else that they need to hear. So yeah, I just want to put that disclaimer out there. Also, I just want to shout out, there was a comment left on one of my videos, and it was somebody that seemed like they were going through a rough time. And although I may not appear it on camera and in these readings, I am not always great with, trying to find words to comfort somebody. I don't always know what they need to hear, or whatever. And so I saw that they were, sad in their comment, and I felt bad because I didn't want to respond if I didn't have anything helpful to say. But then somebody else commented under that person's comment and pretty much was like, hey, I saw that you were going through a rough time, and, words of encouragement. And I love my collective so much, you guys. I love you guys so much, because that's exactly the type of community that I want to build here, is kindness and empathy, and just reaching out to the people that need it, and being kind, being compassionate. You guys are just so wonderful. And so yeah, especially in those moments where I don't know exactly what to say, and somebody else is willing to step up and sort of comfort somebody by reassuring that they're not alone in their struggle. Oh my gosh, I just love you guys so much. The fact that you come together and help support one another is beautiful. And I mean, that kind of aligns with the energy that I pick up anyways for the collective. It seems like a lot of you are very much caregivers and people that are very empathetic, compassionate towards others, and I appreciate that so much about you. So yeah, on any of my videos, if you notice somebody in the comment section that's going through a rough time and needs words of encouragement, feel free to comment on that person's comment, because you never know the words that you speak, how they're going to affect somebody in a really positive way, especially when they're going through something. We all know what it's like to go through a really rough time. And yeah, sometimes people just need to be reassured that they are not alone, and that, yeah, mostly that, honestly, is that they're not alone and love is around them, you know? Anywho, I'm babbling and rambling, so let's just dive right into the reading, okay, you guys? Yeah, please and thank you, Spirit. Could you describe through these cards what the collective's next lover is going to be like? Please and thank you. Please and thank you, Spirit. Nope, that's way too many. Maybe just a few. Please and thank you, Spirit. Just a few. Oh, okay, what do we got here? Literally a few. I love you, Spirit. You're so funny. I think that Spirit secretly sasses me a little bit. Because, like I said, I asked for a few, and they gave me 3. Exactly 3. Okay. Anywho, the cards that came out, 10 of Wands, Knight of Pentacles, the Magician. Ooh, okay. This is interesting. Bottom of the deck is the 5 of Pentacles. So, right off the bat, I'm getting that this could be somebody that has a lot of responsibilities. They could be like a boss or somebody that just has a lot of responsibilities, whether in their life in general or in their career. Could be in their career, doesn't have to be though. Feels like it's attached to their passions because it is related to the Wands, so it could be yeah, it could be like their career path, whatever they're passionate about, whatever they pour their energy into. Seems like there's just a lot. I'm also getting some mental chaos with that one, so could be causing this person a little bit of like feeling overburdened potentially. With the Knight of Pentacles, this could be somebody that's a little bit slower moving, feels definitely like slow and steady wins the race. The Magician, this is a powerful manifester here. Sometimes my mouth speaks too fast for my brain to catch up with. But yeah, the Magician. This is somebody that is a powerful manifester. I don't know if they are aware of this quality that they contain. I also feel like their aura is very noticeable. This is somebody that kind of stands out, I feel. And it doesn't have to be like they stand out because nobody else looks like them, or, you know, that they're so incredibly attractive, like the most attractive person you've ever seen. I don't think necessarily that. It's just something about their energy I feel like stands out. Because like the sun imagery is really sticking out to me on this card for some reason, and so I feel like this person could have something like a happy personality or a bubbly personality, or, you know, just maybe just kind vibes. You know, it feels like this person, something about them is sort of radiant. The 5 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. This could be somebody that's actually really insecure. Yeah, that's what I'm getting more than anything. Or maybe they just feel like a sense of lack in their life. Could be love, because of the rose here, which I feel like roses are very symbolic of love, and it's like all wilted and dead. So it could be that they feel like they're lacking in love, or maybe they're self-conscious about or insecure about their love life or something. Could definitely have to do with their stability and security, like financially. But I feel like this person, they are represented by the Knight of Pentacles, which is pretty stable energy. Yeah, let's just dive right into it. I don't want to make too many assumptions right off the bat. Okay, so let's go into that 10 of Wands and see what that's all about. Please and thank you, Spirit. What are the qualities of this person? Please and thank you. The collective's next level. I'm gonna also like just say a bunch of different qualities so that it can, you know, some of these qualities might clash with one another, but it's really just to get all of those descriptors out there so that, you know, as many people in the collective can relate to it as possible. But yeah, let's see what about that, like, 10 of Wands. What's going on with that? Oh, this is interesting. 10 of Pentacles in reverse. This person is really lacking some sense of security. This person feels very insecure. I wonder if this is so strange, because for some reason I feel like this person is stable, but they feel very insecure. Also, that 10 of Pentacles in the reverse could speak more so to their fear about being insecure, unstable. And it feels like this is clarifying that 10 of Wands. So what weighs heavily on them is their fear that they're not stable, or that they are insecure in some way, that they are lacking in some way. Bottom of the deck, Ace of Swords. This is somebody that has a lot of ideas, which also honestly can kind of go back to that 10 of Wands that this is clarifying, because it's usually, you know, like a heavy burden on somebody. But I wonder if, like, maybe, because I was picking up the energy at first with that 10 of Wands, that maybe they have a little bit of chaos in their mind, and so maybe they're like, I'm honestly getting a little bit ADHD vibes. Is like, obviously, that I'm not trying to diagnose anybody, but obviously you will know when this person comes into your life if they have ADHD. But it feels like that. It feels like this person just has so many ideas, and their brain is a little bit chaotic, and it feels overwhelming to them. And maybe that's what creates this sense of insecurity, or not having enough of something. Yeah, because it's like, at the same time that they may have a bunch of different thoughts or ideas, I mean, like, you know, if you have an overactive brain, you're going to have all these beautiful, wonderful new ideas that are exciting, and you can explore them and whatnot. But that same brain that is very overactive can also think up a lot of, like, a lot of thoughts in general, and some of those thoughts are probably not going to be the nicest. So it could be like getting even trapped in your mind of repetitive thoughts. Excuse me. Let's see what else comes out for that 10 of Wands. This is interesting. The Magician. This person. Double confirmation for Magician. This person. That doesn't make any sense to me. Well, actually it does. I think that this is crazy though, because I think what I'm seeing right now with that 10 of Wands and that 10 of Pentacles in the reverse, I think that this person does not see themselves how they truly are. I think that they are much more powerful, much more capable of things than they feel that they are. That is so interesting. I'll have to clarify that, because it's like, why is it so conflicting? 10 of Swords at the bottom of the deck. They've experienced a lot of pain in their life. A lot of disappointment. Maybe even betrayal. Oh, okay, something going back to the childhood, maybe. Betrayal at childhood. So maybe childhood trauma of some sort. But it feels like there was more built on top of that, but that may have been where it all started. Yes. And this Ten of Swords. Also, I'm just realizing 10, 10, 10. So 10, 10, 10 could be something that you see a lot, or 10, 10, or tens in general. Could be significant. But it feels very much like this is their frame of mind. And with the Ten of Swords, it's like the sun is rising in the background, but it's like the energy is focused on the foreground, where this person is just lying dead with all these swords in him. But the sun is rising as if to indicate that you can start again. There's a new dawn rising. Like, even if you feel like you're at your rock bottom, you can only go up from here. Like, you're at the end of the worst and there is better to come, you know? Like, there's a good message behind the Ten of Swords. And so it's almost like their perspective of certain things. I think, yeah, this person, this is the swords again. So yeah, this person is a heavy overthinker. Probably has a lot of ideas, like I was telling you. So I still am getting kind of ADHD vibes, or neurodivergent in general. Like, let's just use that umbrella term, because could be any sort of whatever that causes overthinking. But that overthinking, oh yeah, that overthinking, I feel like sabotages them. And almost, it's like it removes them either from reality, this overthinking, or it like ruins their chances of happiness somehow. Maybe they're the type of person to overthink a situation until it's no longer helpful, you know? I think we all get like that from time to time. This is so interesting. I was not expecting all of these qualities for this person. Seems like they're definitely maybe going through a rough time right now. But that Magician card, though. Yeah, can you clarify that Magician card for me, please, and thank you, Spirit? What is this trying to tell us? The Sun. Okay. That's kind of crazy, because do you remember what I was just saying not too long ago about this Magician card? I was saying that something about their aura or their energy is very vibrant, and it, like, the sun on this imagery was really speaking to me. And here it comes again. It's literally telling me the same message that I was getting before. This person is a powerful manifester, and this actually makes me really sad. Because the reason why this makes me so sad is because I think that they see themselves as a hot mess. Like, literally the words I'm getting are hot mess, but like, they don't see how wonderful they are. Like, that they are powerful, they're so capable of things, and I don't think that they feel that way about themselves. And also, they have this beautiful energy with the sun. Like, they are such a light in this world, and they have no idea. That really, like, it really is hitting me in my feels right now. This is, like, so sad. Because imagine being just one of the most beautiful people, walking around and you don't even know it. Everybody that comes across you is like, wow, I really like that person. Wow, that person seems so nice. Wow, they seem so kind. They are so bubbly. They are so likable. But then at the end of the day, that person goes home and they just beat up on themselves through their thinking, you know? Like, oh, I didn't do good enough. Oh, I should have done this. Oh, I'm so useless. It literally feels like this person is their own worst enemy. Ugh. Wow. This is really giving me some really heavy insight into this person. I was not expecting to get all of this. I thought it was going to be a little bit more lighter messages, I guess. But this is kind of heavy. I mean, there is hope that this person will eventually see how wonderful they are. Ugh, that really, ugh. I want to like yell at whoever made this person feel like they are not good enough. For some reason, I'm getting the message that you may relate to this this quality about them, that they may not see their full power. They may not see how wonderful and bright and shining they are in the world. For some reason, I'm getting that you may relate to that. Honestly, I feel like well, maybe not everybody, but some of us definitely do experience that at least once in their life, right? When, you know, we're making an impact in the lives of others, but we don't see that impact, or we think it's not enough, or, you know, yada, yada, yada. And so this person just has no idea how wonderful they are. But they've also been through a lot. That's what the Magician tells me. The Magician has to master all 4 elements here on the table, up here. On this table, they have the swords, cups, pentacles, and wands, that they mastered all of those elements. And the way you master those is by life experience. Yeah, this person has been through it a lot. And I feel like they are more connected to the divine than they either believe or than they realize. There's something there about that. Wow. Okay, so I've heard the Magician being called like the conductor or something like that, where it's like the Magician almost serves as a channel from the divine to the physical. And I think that's what this is telling me right now, is that this person is a channel from the divine. I don't think they realize this about themselves, though. It feels like it could be happening on like a subconscious level. Because maybe this person just thinks that they are just trying to be a good person, but it's like they are literally doing God's work, is what I'm getting. And I'm not saying that they're like, you know, changing things in a huge way that's never been done before, but, you know, within their community, they are making impact. Through their day-to-day activities, they are making a really positive impact in the lives of others. But it's like they don't see that, or they don't think it's good enough, or they think they could do better. They are really doing God's work, is what I'm getting. But maybe it's like they don't see, because it's like for them, it's just them being themselves. They don't realize the impact that it has on the lives of others, it feels like. Ooh. Wow. But this person, especially because the sun came out to clarify the Magician, this is somebody that has a very sunny disposition. That's probably one of the most heartbreaking things about this, to be honest, and it's really hitting me. It's like, it's almost like this person, I feel like this is the type of person to be all smiles, but like, it's not that they're fake or that they're, you know, putting on a mask. I don't think it's that at all. I think it's just that they truly don't want people to know how badly they're struggling on the inside. And that makes me just feel so sad. Because they deserve this happiness. They deserve the happiness that they put out into the world, you know? They deserve to have that reflected back to them. And since this is your next lover, you may be the person that reflects this energy back to them. You may be the mirror. Oh, wow. That's literally the image I'm getting, is you're their mirror. There's like qualities about you that are very similar to this person. And it's like you act as a mirror to show this person their true worth, because it's almost like, yeah, it's like they see themselves in you. And it's like, it's reflected back to them. And so it makes it obvious, like what they are going through, if that makes any sense. So it's like, okay, say you both are insecure. And you're both like bright lights in the world, spreading your joy, spreading happiness and stuff for others. But it's like when they see you not fully comprehending your power, not fully understanding just how bright and beautiful you are in this world and how necessary you are in this world, it's like when they see you being very much just like them, that's when they realize, like, this person is really just like me. And therefore, I am also not comprehending the impact that I'm making. It's like, yeah, through getting to know you, through interacting with you, you literally show this person, yeah, you're gonna be like, and this is crazy. This actually feels really, really deep and significant. So I have a feeling, especially because like the outside of this person and their inside is not really matching up very well. And not to say that anything's fake, it really doesn't feel fake. It's just like they don't realize how beautiful they are. And so this is gonna be life-changing, I feel like, for this person. And therefore, this is probably gonna be a scary connection. I have a feeling, especially because of how they feel about themselves, there's going to be a lot of bumps in the road. Obstacles, roadblocks that are going to be popping up for this person. Could be self-sabotage for sure, because they do not feel good about themselves. Even though you may see this person as being the magician, the sun, like just powerful, beautiful, radiant, they don't see that within themselves. So you're going to be like a mirror to this person that is showing them not just the good parts of themselves, but the shadow parts as well. And I think that that's gonna have to do with their insecurities, with the fact that they feel overburdened, with the fact that they could also be a very hard worker and feel overworked as well. I'm getting. But yeah, those are the messages I'm getting with that so far. In terms of physical characteristics, this person could have dark hair or blonde hair. Because the magician has dark hair, but the baby on the sun card definitely has blonde hair. So it could be one of those. They could be very attractive, but I feel like, honestly, it's more their energy than anything. I mean, obviously, if the two of you are becoming lovers, then obviously you do find this person attractive, hopefully. Yeah, and so I feel like almost just like their energy. It may not be that they're the most attractive person you've ever laid eyes on, but it's like something about them really speaks to you. And I think it's their energy. And also, maybe it is a little bit of that. Maybe you do see that this person is a lot like you as well. And it could be like that reflection. It's like, yeah. I feel like the two of you definitely could reflect one another. Like each other's qualities. And so it's like, it shows like your good qualities, like the stuff that you should definitely embrace and bring out more of, but it also shows the qualities in which you have to work on. Yeah. And that cannot always, I keep hearing a bird, and I feel like it sounds like a seagull or something, but I don't see any seagulls. Anyways, getting distracted. But yeah, where was I going with all that? What the heck was I just saying? Oh, this is why I can't get distracted. Yeah, it shows you not only the good qualities that you should embrace, but the things about you that you may need to improve upon, and that is very difficult. Nobody wants to know, or nobody wants to be conscious of the things in which we have to work on, right? We usually are like, well, that's kind of inconvenient, so let's save that for later. But it's important to work through those things. And so I feel like this is going to be a very impactful connection for not just this person, but for both of you. Because I feel like it's going to be a lot of reflection, a lot of mirroring, you know, showing each other all the parts of ourselves, you know? And with that sun card, I actually think they their inner child is significant. Yeah, I maybe they do stuff to like keep their inner child alive or to feed their inner child in some way. Although this person like has their insecurities, feels overwhelmed, feels overworked, overburdened, there's something really fun about this person that is youthful. Quite nice, actually. Um, so yeah, there could. I mean, it's possible that this person could be younger than you, but I don't think that it necessarily has to be the case. I do think that they have a youthful spirit, but especially because of their history, I think that they probably are not super young, and they probably have uh, what's the saying? Um, they've been around the block a time or two or something like that. Pretty much, they have had plenty of lived experiences by this point, so I don't think that they're like inexperienced or yeah, definitely not inexperienced with life for sure. But I think there's something youthful about them. Bottom of the deck being the Three of Swords. Yep, this is somebody that has been through some rough times. Yeah, multiple areas of their life they've been hurt. Their their heart space is damaged from the past. I honestly get kind of a feeling of like they don't like to think about these pains. Maybe they try to ignore that they happened, or they try to like when these uncomfortable memories pop up or uncomfortable feelings pop up, it feels like they may be sort of repressing those and not feeling through them, not acknowledging them, not accepting them, and that could be causing a lot of issues for them, or maybe just more mental um, overthinking or distress. But all of this pain that they've experienced in their life with people around them, it almost feels to me as if they could be very afraid of love, or they could feel like they don't deserve love. It feels definitely like it. This pain from the past definitely left a long lasting impact on this person. I think that they would be a little bit afraid of love because in their mind, love equals pain. Mm, you're killing me. You're killing me, this person. This person's making me feel all the feels for them. I'm so sorry for this person. And honestly, a lot of these qualities I feel like the collective could definitely relate to as well. I feel like this person's definitely going to be a reflection of yourself. truly. I mean, there's gonna definitely be differences. You're not gonna have the exact same story, or the exact same situations. I'm sure there'll be some situations that you can relate on, or that you've been through similar things, but I don't think that it's going to be like, wow, every single thing that we've ever experienced in life we have both experienced, you know? But I think you're definitely going to see what you relate to with this person. Is there anything else you want to tell us about that Ten of Wands, please and thank you? Please and thank you. Three of Pentacles in the reverse. Working together with others is something that's very scary to them. That kind of goes with that Three of Swords that we had at the bottom of the deck before. Also, 333 could be significant. Yeah, because it almost feels like something about this working together with others is vulnerable. They don't like to be vulnerable. And it feels like something about it is like internal. Oh, maybe it's like when you get close to somebody, when you start working with somebody, when they share the same space as you. It feels like they, you know, the people that are closest to us see us for all that we are, not just for the parts that we would like to be seen as, but for all of our parts, the good, the bad, the ugly. And I feel like this is somebody that doesn't like that sort of vulnerability. The Moon card at the bottom of the deck. So yeah, I was just saying fear. This is fear-based. Their fear of working with others. Okay, so their fear controls them. Okay, yes. This is somebody who, and I don't think they do this consciously at all, because nobody would really choose this, but it feels like they kind of let their fear drive in the driver's seat. You know what I mean? It's like the fear is directing the ship. And I feel like that really speaks to me as being in the what is it called? You know, fight or flight sort of energy, where it's like fight, flight, or freeze. And usually that's like a reaction to either something happening in front of you, or sometimes it's a result of trauma that's happened in the past that triggers that. And I feel like most likely it's the latter for this person. I think that this person has experienced some trauma, and therefore their nervous system is very out of whack. And I feel like their anxiety or their fear is like really, it keeps them on edge, I feel like. So you may notice that this person is a nervous type of personality, or maybe when they talk to you, they get nervous. Because I want to say on the surface, they probably look very put together. They probably look very confident and self-assured. But it's almost like that sort of facade, I guess. It's not stable, right? And it's almost like they're so okay, like it literally is giving me like a image of, like, say this is like a cutout of a person. right? And the person's smiling, and maybe they're just like standing there, and like it's just like a cardboard cutout of this person. They're just like smiling, but like behind that cardboard cutout is the real them. And it's almost like this mask or whatever they put out to the world has worked for so long. But I think that something about you, maybe you go up to the mask and you're like, wait a second, is this real? And then it falls over. And then this guy's exposed, like, and I'm using guy as a gender neutral term, so feel it. Apply it to any gender. But, you know, like the person behind that cardboard cutout is now exposed and is like, wait, no, I want that cardboard cutout to be what you see, not the real me, because they feel like the real them is not lovable, or that there's something wrong, like inherently wrong with them. Yeah, it feels like, yeah, this person is so used to that cardboard cutout of who they want to be, of who they feel like will have the most success in life, you know, like if they're showing up to their job, they want to look like they are put together, that they're confident. And it's like nobody else has ever questioned that facade, but you do. There's something about you that looks underneath the surface with this person, and it makes them incredibly uncomfortable. Because you ask questions. You investigate. Like, you have something about you that is like, you look like deeper than the surface, and I feel like they are not used to that. They're not used to people actually wanting to get to know them genuinely, because it's like that cardboard cutout that they've had for so long. It's worked for so long, so like why would they ever expose themselves, or like voluntarily like show those parts of themselves that they think are not lovable or whatever. And so I feel like you're definitely going to be triggering this person, and it could be your intuition. Yeah, it feels like they know that you see right through them, and that terrifies them. Like, it really does. Like, it's scary because like they've been trying to keep themselves, like who they truly are, in the dark, you know, where people can't see. And it's so sad because I don't think that this person is a bad person, but it's like they feel like they're like the worst person ever to ever exist. And so they're like terrified of anybody ever seeing the real them. And it's really so fucking sad. Excuse my language, but like, I just feel so hard for this person, because it's like, yeah, they definitely have some self-love that they need to work on. And maybe through interactions with you, they can learn to love themselves a little bit more. Because there is a certain amount of healing that we can do on our own. But there is also certain types of healing that are more helpful when we have others around us to support us, to remind us that we are lovable, to remind us that even our imperfections or our shadow parts of ourselves are still lovable. You know, we're still lovable regardless of all of those little bits. So maybe it's like one of those sort of connections where through becoming close to you, they realize that they are lovable, that those parts of themselves that they've wanted to hide for so long, that they don't make this person unlovable, and maybe that's something they're not used to. And the moon card really kind of speaks to me about like fear, but fear that's not, I don't want to say fear that's not based in reality, because like if we feel fear, it's for a reason, right? Even if it doesn't make rational sense to everybody else in the situation, it still is real to us when we're experiencing fear. But it feels like there's not really any real threat, but the fear is real. You know, it's more so the illusion that there is some sort of threat on the horizon, and therefore they're triggered and they're afraid. And they're afraid of this being exposed. They're afraid of those parts being seen by somebody else. But it's almost like, I feel like honestly their fear is a little bit like that cardboard cutout as well. Like if you actually went up to that cardboard cutout, say it's a representation of fear, whatever fear looks like to you, and you're like, wait a second, is there actually a real threat behind this, or is this just a cardboard cutout again? You know, so you go up, you kind of poke and prod at it, and then it falls over and you realize, oh, there's nothing behind it. It wasn't really dangerous. It just felt dangerous. And I feel like that's kind of this situation. They're worried about being seen for who they truly are. But they don't realize that even if they have like these, you know, like, even if they have those dark spots within them, which we all do, we all have our shadow aspects. And so, like, it's important to realize that those shadow aspects are always going to be in us, with us, coming up from time to time. And so the best thing to do is not to repress them or ignore them or pretend that they're not really there, and to really see them, accept them, and realize that their presence alone does not make you unlovable. Because I know personally I've gone through that, you know? Especially when you've been told that certain qualities of yours are inconvenient, or, you know, a bummer, or, you know, nobody has time to deal with that. You can feel like, okay, so these are the parts of me that I need to repress, that I need to push down, I need to ignore, and pretend that they don't really exist and that they are not here. But obviously that just makes the monster even bigger and scarier and more uncontrollable. But the second you shine a flashlight on that monster, you realize he's not so big and scary as you think he is. And I feel like that's kind of what this person's going through right now. Wow. Also, this person could be in construction of some sort. Just a random message there. Or just work with their hands in some way. I feel like something about building is there. I'm gonna see if there's anything else for that 10 of Wands. Okay. Page of Swords. This is a very curious person. Yeah, this is really hitting me as they see you. Something about you catches their eye, and it intrigues them. It's not simply based on the visuals alone. Something about you interests their mind. So it's like, as much as you reflect to this person, like the areas in which that they have to work on and improve, and that's scary and they want to push that away, it's almost like at the same time they can't help but want to go towards you at the same time. It feels very much like they're magnetized to you, whether they want that or not. Because I feel like their ego is definitely like, no, I don't want to look at those parts of myself that I have to work on that make me feel unlovable. I'd rather just ignore that. But at the same time, it's like, as they're saying that, they're just drifting towards you, and it's almost like it's out of their control. It feels very much like a magnet. Like they're just like, I don't want this, but I'm gonna go towards it because I can't help it. I think that they definitely, especially if they're going through all of this right now, like especially those feelings of not feeling good about themselves. They probably are more so in the background of your life and not at the forefront because they would rather be an observer of you than an actual participant. And I think the reason is because they feel so crappy about themselves. They feel like they don't want to be seen. They just want to be, yeah, they really don't want to be seen. They just want to like see you without you seeing them almost. And I'm not trying to say that in a creepy way. I think it's mostly just that they feel really bad about themselves, and so they're like, they may not feel worthy of you right now. And so they'd rather just observe you. They could be planning something. They definitely could be reflecting on this. It feels like there's a lot of something going on in the brain when it comes to you. So they could be planning. They could be trying to improve on those things within themselves so that they could eventually come towards you, because there is a lot of interest here with this Page of Swords. But also the Page of Swords can indicate delays. Yeah. So there's delay. And it's probably because they're dealing with all of this stuff under the surface. I think on the surface, like I said, this person probably looks very put together, very confident in themselves, confident in their work. I think that this is somebody that like works in their area and is really good with it. Or maybe they're well known for being good at whatever they're doing, or that they do in general. Ooh, this is interesting. Bottom of the deck, the Judgment card. Oh, this is breaking my heart too. This is like literally, oh my gosh, I don't know why this is hitting me so hard. Sometimes the emotions are so intense, it's hard not to like embody the feelings. They are afraid of judgment, literally. And I think that this is multifaceted. I don't think it's just simply being judged by you. I think being judged by you is a huge one to them because I think they see you quite like fetchingly. Like they definitely are interested and intrigued by you. So yeah, they probably first and foremost don't want to be judged negatively by you. But also, there's something about them that feels ashamed, and it could be even, okay, I'm gonna just say what I'm feeling. This person has some sort of past, and it doesn't even have to be that bad. Like, because I'm not necessarily picking up on anything like super, I don't think this person went around traumatizing people, especially not for the joy of it. I think maybe accidentally, you know, especially when we're not healed, we can accidentally hurt people and stuff. And I feel like maybe it's more so something like that, where they hurt people. Might have not been intentionally, but it happened. And therefore, it's like they keep that baggage. And they're just like, this is why I'm unlovable. Instead of moving through that and being like, I will become a better person and I'm improving myself. And yeah, they're like, no, this specific circumstance where I broke this person's heart in 11th grade, I don't know, or, you know, I made that person feel really bad because I was in a bad mood once. Like, it's like that kind of stuff. Obviously, it's going to be specific to your person, but it feels like they just like hold on to the things of their past that they feel ashamed of. And instead of working through those things and trying to be like, okay, I messed up there, but I'll try and do better in the future. It's not like that. It's much more like, yeah, I did that and I'm ashamed of it and I'm going to carry it around, and that's going to be a reminder as to why I'm unlovable, as to why I don't deserve love, as to whatever that they're trying to sort of Their ego is trying to kind of control that narrative there. And so even when it comes to the divine, I think that they have a lot of shame. They feel like they're not a good person. And they feel like, especially with the final judgment sort of imagery here, it's like they could literally feel like they're not going to heaven. And I don't know if this person is religious or if that's what they believe in, but it's like if they do believe in that sort of ideology, I guess, they feel like they're not getting into heaven. Like they really don't feel like they're going to be chosen to go into heaven because of what they've done in their life. And I think the reason why they hold on to all of those things is because they were hurt by somebody, or people in their life told them that those parts of them were not lovable, or that something was inherently wrong with this person growing up. And so they internalize that, and as a result of that, they always hold on to these things that they've done that are bad. And they just say, this is why I'm bad. This is why I'm not good. This is why I'm inherently a bad person. But it's like, this all has to do with like their mentality of these types of things. Like, I really don't think that they're being as judged by the divine as they think they are. I honestly think, like, because it's like, it's really telling me that this person, if they believe in that ideology, they would get into heaven, is what I'm feeling. Because it feels like the divine actually really loves this person. It's just that this person does not love themselves. And they feel such shame. Shame is... I'm trying to think of an alternative to the word I want to say. Shame... I'll just say it. Shame is a bitch. Let me just say. Anything that makes us feel guilty or ashamed, shame can be a helpful thing sometimes. In those moments where we mess up and, we hurt somebody unintentionally, that shame can come in to tell us, hey, maybe you shouldn't have treated that person that way, and maybe you should make some corrections in the future. But there's like the other side of shame, where it's like everything is something you should be ashamed of. Every little mistake you make, every little failure you have in life, you should feel ashamed for it. And it can... Shame... Because from personal experience, shame can be... I don't even know how to explain it. It's almost like it can consume you if you're in the right frame of mind. Even if you're not truly at fault. Even if there's not really any real reason why you should be so ashamed of yourself or whatever. Sometimes it can consume us to the point where we're just like, everything I do, I should be ashamed of. Every thought I have, every sentence I speak, every tiny little mistake I make, I should feel ashamed. And so I feel like this person definitely struggles with shame. But it's really about the process of questioning these things when they come into our mind, right? Because, thoughts can come at us all the time, but it's really how we resonate with those thoughts. Do we identify with those thoughts? If a thought says, hey, you're worthless, do you identify with that feeling of being worthless? Do you internalize that thought of being worthless? And so it's important to, when that thought pops up, question it. Why are you here? Why are you trying to help me? Or are you trying to hinder me here? Is this helpful for me to have? Question those thoughts when they come up and actively try to fight them. I know it's gonna be way harder than it sounds. It sounds so simple when I put it like that. But it's like our only way to overcome those thoughts is by fighting them with our own self-worth, fighting them with our beliefs, our hope, you know? Like, even if you like have something like I'm a bad person is the thought, for example, you even if you don't know if you're a bad person or if you're a good person, you can at least fight back against that and be like, no, I'm a good person. Or better yet, I'm human. Humans make mistakes. I am bound to make mistakes just like everybody else around me. And those mistakes do not make me any less human. They do not make me any less valuable. And they do not make me unlovable. Yeah. So it's like this person really needs to fight back against those thoughts, because I feel almost like they just accept them. And it probably has a lot to do with their past. That's why they accept it. But it's like they deserve to give themselves a fighting chance, is literally the wording, by fighting against those thoughts. Like, they deserve to stand up for themselves. Everybody does. We all deserve to stand up for ourselves, especially against those critical thoughts, or those just intrusive thoughts, or the thoughts that are not helping anyone, that are just hindering us, that are just making us feel like crap. We deserve to be in our own corner fighting for us, right? Okay, I need to move on because I am definitely taking this is probably over an hour by now. Kind of embarrassing because I haven't even clarified more than just the first card, but we're good. We're gonna make a long one today. Anyways, okay, clarify that Knight of Pentacles, please and thank you, Spirit. So, the Knight of Pentacles clarified by the Page of Cups and the Ace of Cups. Yeah, this person is definitely slow moving when it comes to love. Yeah. Since I'm definitely tapping into this person, I think right now, and right now is whenever you see this message, it really does feel like this person actually does have feelings for you. If this person has not come into your life yet, or you don't know if if you don't know if this person has feelings for you, they do. But, and that's kind of a big but, this is all clarifying the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight in the deck. Yeah, this starts out as like a little crush. They may feel a little bit insecure, a little bit shy, especially when it comes to feelings. Something about, I feel like they protect, like I feel almost like their feelings are inside of a hard shell, and they like to have that shell there to protect those feelings. Oh my gosh, at the bottom of the deck again, the Moon card. So they might be a little bit confused if this is like current energy happening. They may not have all the answers yet when it comes to expressing these feelings, so they may not feel comfortable enough expressing them. But it feels like, yeah. Also, yeah, actually, since this is clarifying the Knight of Pentacles, they may also, it might take them time to even realize that they have feelings because of that slow moving energy. And since it was clarified by 2 cup cards, yeah, it could even be that they take a long time to even realize that they have feelings for somebody in the first place. So I think, honestly, I'm getting a little bit of like a sense of frustration when dealing with this part of themselves, you know? It's almost like if you are the person that is, you know, dating this person or something, or, you know, waiting for this person to approach them or whatever, yeah, I can see you being very frustrated with this person, because it's like you may be very much tapped into your emotions, but this person does not like to be tapped into their emotions too much, I feel like. It almost feels like pulling teeth, you know, that saying where it's like just really difficult for no reason. And I feel like, well, I don't want to say for no reason because this person clearly has reasons, and those are trauma, most likely. Um, but it's like getting this person to express their feelings is like pulling teeth. Getting this person to maybe even acknowledge that they have feelings in the first place within themselves, not even outside of themselves, but within, it's like pulling teeth. Maybe the divine is getting frustrated with this person because I definitely could feel that. The divine, especially if this is some sort of divine connection, which I have a feeling it definitely could be. Um, the divine's like, really? Like, it's like you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's almost like the divine is like bringing the two of you together. But because this is a person with free will, their own thoughts, their own trauma, their own experiences, and their own brain chemistry and stuff, their own baggage, like the divine can bring you two together. But if this person's not willing to express feelings, if this person's not willing to work through their stuff, they the divine can't force this person to act against what they wish, you know? And so I feel like that could be slightly a part of frustration from the divine, is like, I literally like, it's like, this is the divine, is like, I literally aligned the stars so that the two of you would be in the same place at the same time and get together already. It's you know, it's kind of like that, it feels like, because it feels like, yeah, the divine could definitely be playing a big part of this, and this person is way more connected to the divine than I think they realize. um but yeah, with that moon card, something about their emotions is tricky or scary. It's I think that this person is really based in the 3D, and I don't want to say that necessarily as like they're not enlightened, because I think this person has really great potential to become enlightened because of their connection to the divine. Like if they leaned into that, I feel like they could be very powerful. But anyways, where was I going with this? Poop. Emotions are scary. Ugh, I hate my brain fog. I really don't remember what I was going. Maybe if I remember while I'm editing, I can put it in here. But I really lost that train of thought. Poop. Okay. Also, it might rain at some point, so I should probably try to wrap this reading up. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So honestly, what that is telling me is that this person moves very slowly when it comes to love. I'm also, blue is really sticking out to me. So this person could have blue eyes, or something about them is blue. Maybe they wear blue. Maybe they like the color blue. Blue. Could also be green. Blue and green. Blue and green eyes. Green clothes. Green favorite color. Yeah, what's sticking out for colors is yellow, blue, and green. So those could play a part in some way. I highly doubt that they have yellow eyes. Or maybe if they do, they should go see a doctor. Um, but yeah, that's what I'm picking up on so far. But also, it's almost like underneath all of that roughness, or, oh, that's what I was saying. This person is based in the 3D, and by that I mean, what about that was I trying to say? Based in the 3D. Oh, I think in terms of like, yeah, that's probably why they don't like emotions, is because the emotions, you can't really see or touch them. And so it's sort of like intuition in that way, where it's like, maybe I can just ignore it, or because I don't have any physical evidence of this thing, I don't have to trust it, I don't have to believe in it, I don't have to feel it. It's like they trust and believe what is observable within the 3D. And I think that it really has a lot to do with just the fact that with the way that we're socialized in this 3D reality, to take things at face value, or only accept things that have evidence behind them or something, or, you know, observable evidence, or that 3D validation of some sort. And so that's probably why they don't like their tapping into their emotions, tapping into their feelings, accepting that they have feelings for somebody. But underneath all of that, they really do have a pure heart of gold. They really, oh my god, this person's breaking my heart. Because it's like they have literally so much love to give, but they're so afraid of even feeling that, accessing that, let alone sharing that with somebody else. Like, ugh. Yeah, so if this person does open up to you emotionally, I would say you should definitely take that as a really like high compliment, I guess, because this person does not open up to their emotions very easily, does not express feelings very easily. So it's like you have to be very special to this person for them to acknowledge those feelings, express those feelings, and like do anything with those feelings, right? So the fact that this even gets off the ground is almost like a miracle, to be honest. So, yeah. And I think part of it is that they eventually do realize that they can't fight these feelings, that these feelings aren't going anywhere, even if they try to repress them, even if they try to put them in a box and push that away. It's still coming up for them very strongly. Whew. I'm also getting that they could have like the heart of a lover, so it's like they are quite loving, but it's like it's so vulnerable for them that they don't like expressing it. They don't like tapping into that part of themselves. Like it's unfortunate because they just have so much love to give. And they do have a pure heart from what I'm seeing. Okay, let's go on to that magician card, please. Please and thank you. Can you tell me about the magician? What is that trying to come out? Yeah, we'll take it. What else is that magician card trying to tell us? Please and thank you. No, it's too many. Just like one or two cards. Please and thank you. Please and thank you are the magic words. Please and thank you. What else can you tell us about that magician card? Anything else about that magician card that you would like to? Thank you. Anything else? Okay. Let's see. Okay. Clarifying the magician. We got the 9 of Swords. 3 of Swords. Queen of Cups in reverse. Bottom of the deck is the 5 of Pentacles, which is also at the bottom of this deck. Well, they're telling me some of this person's backstory, and this I feel like is how they became so incredibly insecure or feeling that huge sense of lack within themselves. That 9 of Swords is really hitting me as PTSD. Yeah, this person, so their overthinking is definitely an issue, but I think that they're really haunted by the past and the things that happened to them. Like all of these pains. Oh my gosh, I'm actually getting that this person at night, this is when it really comes back for them. Oh. Yeah, that's when they reflect on the past. They don't like to, but it's like yeah, especially with trauma, it's like, nope, you're gonna have some memories and you're not gonna like them and they're gonna be here. And it's like maybe it keeps them up at night when they realize or like they remember what happened to them in the past. And the reason why I said, oh, and I don't know if you could tell, but I was getting kind of sad, is at first I thought this Queen of Cups in the reverse could have been an ex of theirs. But I'm actually getting, and ex of theirs, because it's the Queen of Cups in the reverse, so this is somebody that is not kind, not loving, potentially very cruel. And the message I'm getting, oh my gosh, I wish I could just like step out of the emotions for a second so that I don't have to get so overwhelmed, but like, this is crazy. Okay, a mother figure is what I'm getting very strongly. This is somebody that was not loving at all. I think that this person was very cruel to them. Could have been emotionally manipulative as well. Just not a nice person. Because the Queen of Cups upright is like, honestly, I kind of take her as sort of like the embodiment of what you want a mom to be. Loving, kind, accepting, sensitive. But in the reverse, it's like not those things. And it's just hitting me so hard, like, especially a mother figure. And it doesn't even have to be explicitly a mother, it could be like an aunt or grandmother, somebody that they looked up to as a child. Oh my gosh, like, it's really breaking my heart because it's like I see this person as a child and they looked to their mother figure for support, for care, sympathy, empathy, anything, love. And oh my gosh, it's like they really needed that as a child and they just did not receive that. It was a beautiful monarch butterfly. Um, that's really breaking my heart. But this is why they don't see their power. They are this wonderful, beautiful, radiant, powerful person that makes such a beautiful impact in the world, and they have no idea because they're so hurt and their brain is on loop with these traumas that they've experienced. They could have nightmares, they could have night terrors. I don't know exactly how bad it was for this person. It feels really bad though. At the very least, it was emotional abuse or mental abuse. Ooh. Yeah. But it's almost like, because this is clarifying the magician. So this is why they don't see their power, their beauty, their likability. But it's almost like, in a way, and this is gonna sound messed up, and I don't want this to come across as like, you know, abuse happens for a reason or something like that. I'm not trying to say that, but it's almost like because they went through these situations in their life, these difficult experiences, that they've become powerful. And maybe it's in like despite those past pains and traumas. They still have somehow become powerful and able to manifest things for themselves. So it's like, honestly, I feel like it's almost like a double-edged sword with this, because it's almost like this person has the ability to be incredibly empathetic because of their experiences. I think that these are experiences that definitely sort of play over and over again in this person's mind, definitely at night. I don't know if it's like during the day as well, but it feels like heavily at night. But because of their experiences, they're able to relate to other people. They're able to see people and see their experiences and understand. Oh my gosh. I really, honestly, really like this person. I just feel so bad for them. Five of Pentacles. 555 could be something that is significant for you. But yeah. This is actually kind of how I was picturing it in my mind. The image I was getting of them being a child. Like, picture these people out here as children or a child. And picture this church in the background as their mother or their maternal figure in their life. And instead of being able to go to that person and have them be a safe place for you, these emotions. But yeah, instead of being able to go to that person and know that you're going to be supported, know that you're going to be loved, know that you're going to receive the proper supports that you need as a child. Oh my gosh, this is breaking my heart, because it's like, this is how they felt around their maternal figure. That they were out in the cold, that they were left to struggle on their own without help, without love, without support, without empathy. This person had to become independent from a very early age because they were not receiving the supports that they needed. So they had to support themselves, and it's all connecting. That's probably why they're so afraid of love and of an actual genuine connection, because it's like they're so used to being everything for themselves because they've had to be everything for themselves. Damn. Like, and the part that's really breaking my heart is like, even this guy in the image is like looking up at the church, like picture that as a kid looking to its mother, you know? Like, I want you to see me. I want you to hold me. I want you to be there for me, and you're just not. It's almost like they want that, but they also know at the same time, like they know that they have to depend on themselves, but they still hope. It's like they still hope, they still pray that that mother figure will eventually love them, will eventually be who they want them to be. And but they keep going because they know that it's not actually going to happen. And so any sort of relationship that this person has in the future is gonna feel scary. And they're gonna expect whoever they like, whoever they're attracted to, they're gonna expect them to be like this, to be like their mother, to be like their maternal figure. Oh my gosh, it's just so heartbreaking. So my eyes watering a little bit. I don't know if it's because I'm emotional or not, but ooh, this is an intense reading. I was not expecting all of this. Um, Regardless though, this actually seems like a decent person. It's just they have so much to work through, you know? Um, but yeah, I feel like I got way more insight into this person on a personal, emotional level than I meant to. Um, but hey, the messages come through as they come through. I can't lie. I can't ignore certain parts of the message. If they're coming through, they're coming through, and they're coming through for a reason. Yeah. So, like, honestly, those qualities are their qualities. They're very insecure, but at the same time, they put on a good front. And it's like everybody else can see how beautiful and wonderful this person is except for them. And so, when it comes to the two of you coming together, you're probably going to be the light at the end of the tunnel for this person. Like, you're going to be the person that gives them hope, you know? And I feel like they've lived so long without hope in their life, without love, I almost said. Yeah, so they probably lived a long time without love and without hope in their life. And so I think at first they're going to want to deny this, they're going to want to run away from it, but there's something here that's going to drag them back. That's magnetizing this person towards you. And I think that the divine has a part in it, but not entirely. I think that this person realizes that there's something about you that just pulls them to you. Yeah, maybe they know on some level, maybe it's not fully conscious yet, but in some level they're like, this person is important and I don't know why, and I'm very attracted to them. And I think honestly your biggest part in this person's life is going to be to show them that they are lovable and to love them no matter what. And when I say no matter what, I mean within reason, okay? Like if this person starts abusing you, then obviously not that. But rather, you know, even when you guys get in an argument every once in a while, even when somebody's a little bit moody, you know, that doesn't mean that that person is unlovable. That doesn't make that person unlovable. And I feel like through this process, through interacting in those ways, they will eventually see, like, oh, I've been lovable the whole time. Oh, I'm actually not as bad of a person as I thought I was for my whole life. And I think that's exactly what this person needs. Like, I'm being straight up with you. That's exactly what this reading is telling me. And you're probably going to heal their mother wound in some way. That doesn't mean that you have to be a mother or feminine. Just honestly, through loving this person, you will heal that naturally because you show that this person is worthy of love. No matter what they think is unlovable within them, you see that they are lovable and you show them that love. Wow. Okay. I have no idea if my phone's even still recording at this point, but that is the reading. I did not expect to get so swept away in this one, but as I said, like, the the messages come through as they come through, and I can't really, like, stop them. You know, if they're coming through the way that they are, it's because, you know, I trust that it's for a reason, and that even if it's just one person out there, that person is meant to hear this message. So, ooh, yeah. But yeah, so you can tell me if this person's in your life. Maybe I described your current partner and you're like, wow, this actually explains how we started, or, you know, what they have been struggling with and stuff like that, which I would be very interested to see if this at all describes anyone, because I find that really fun and interesting. But yeah, so that is the reading. I hope that this resonated for you, and if it did, feel free to like, comment, share, and subscribe. if you subscribe, you can become a part of the Hive Collective, because my name is Bee. Bees live in hives, and you can become an honorary bee like me, and we can be a little bee family together. If you like my readings and you'd like to see more, be sure to, what do I usually say? Oh, hit that bell icon down below so that YouTube actually notifies you next time I upload. And thank you so much for being here. I truly appreciate you, and I can't wait to see you in the next one.